We're gonna wait a minute. Does it say anybody's with us? Anybody's watching? There it is.
Okay, we're live. Yay! Hi!
Hi, this is Suzan Tisdale, and I'm here with the lovely and beautiful and sweet Hallee Bridgeman. You are. You're just so sweet. We're in my kitchen. My son is our videographer today, and we're going to start out making some Scottish meat pies.
Right.
Actually, what's happening here is I'm Hallie's sous chef because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Let's give us some background first.
Okay, let's do some background.
About like a year ago, I was here visiting Susan, and she was in the middle of building her kitchen. Like back here, we had to walk through plastic to come into her kitchen door, and she had this amazing kitchen being built, and I said, we should do some cooking vlogs because as Hallee the homemaker, I have cookbooks, and it would just be fun to do some kitchen vlogs in Suzan Tisdale's kitchen. And since Susan writes Scottish historicals, we put together a Scottish menu.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We're making meat pies. We're making Scotch eggs, which happen to be Michael Foster's favorite thing in the world. And yeah, he was a few years ago when we were in Palm Springs for Indie Scribe. Some authors and I had a party one night, and we had all Scottish food, and we had these Scotch eggs, which I didn't even get to try one, so I've never had a Scotch egg. But Michael Foster, I don't know if you've met him, but he's like 6'10" or something like that. He's just a really sweet man. He just kept going back and back and back and back, and just, yeah, he liked the Scotch eggs.
We're making orange chocolate mousse with Scotch whiskey, and then a chocolate cake with a whiskey caramel sauce, and I think that might be everything.
I think that's it. Scotch eggs, meat pies, and 2 desserts.
Right,
I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
We're going to start with meat pies and get them in the oven cooking. So,
which I have the oven preheating to 400.
Yep.
My lovely oven. I know you're not supposed to love inanimate objects, but I love my ovens.
So we're going to cut up some cube steak, and the reason we're doing cube steak is because it will be easy to bite into the pie. And while I do this, Susan is going to chop an onion.
I love you. You're so cute. Okay, there you go. That's for you. Now, how little do you want this onion chopped? Like mint? Is it minced? Is it cubed? Is it diced?
Diced is good.
Okay.
So, cube steak in bite-sized pieces.
I'm glad one of us. I can chop an onion. I'm not so inept that I cannot chop an onion. I can do that.
I don't think you're inept.
Well, I'm known for making a few meals where people are like, really? That's not how I normally do that. I'm trying to be all fancy.
Do it your way, Susan.
Just do it my way?
Do it your way.
I did it my way. So Hallee has 3 children. She's got 2 of the absolute most adorable little boys, Jeb and Scott. Oh, my stars. Jeb likes to wear suits, right?
Oh, yeah.
Likes to wear suits.
And bow ties.
And bow ties.
Because bow ties are cool.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's Scott, and he loves to do comic books. He makes his own comic books, much like Michael used to do at that age.
Michael is our videographer.
Yes, my son Michael. He's a good kid. Do I have to pay you scale? You're not a member of a union and you're being a videographer. I hope we don't get in trouble for that.
What is scale?
Scale means your wages, honey.
Yeah, there's a set wage.
There's a set wage that you have to pay somebody who's a member of the, I don't know, Michael Foster could tell us. He would know. But yeah, that's like a minimum wage for that type of job, which isn't like, normal minimum wage of whatever it is. It's like, $50 an hour or something like that.
Hey, Susan.
Yes, love.
I don't have a college degree, so
okay. I'll show you how to do this. All right. See the lock button?
Yes.
You hold that down.
Okay.
Until it beeps. And then these all match up. And see the little rings?
Okay.
Okay. So what kind of heat do you want?
Like medium high.
Medium? And then there's your olive oil. I would recommend, because we're cooking on stainless steel, that we do a little cooking spray first. I just find that helps on this stove, but this is an induction cooktop, and I love it. I won't ever cook on anything else. I used to cook on gas all the time. And the only way Kevin talked me into the induction was the promise that he would get me a generator in case the power ever went out in the wintertime, because there's lots of times when the power will go out during a blizzard and the only thing you have to keep the house warm is your stove. Well, everything in this kitchen is electric. I don't have gas anything now. Not even my ovens are gas. So if the power goes out in the wintertime, there's still no generator. So I'm like, that's fine. It gets too cold. Mama's going to a hotel and you all can just supper.
There you go.
I don't care. Do you need this whole onion?
I need a whole onion. Let me get one of your other cutting boards.
Need a cutting board or a plastic board?
I need a thing to cut chives on.
Oh, we'll just grab this one. Here, a regular cutting board. I just use these because it, for onions especially, so that it doesn't leave that smell on the actual board. Who do we have with us? Oh, we've got people. Virginia! Oh, thank you, honey. I love you. Virginia's like my biggest fan. My Aunt Jerry's here. Hi, Aunt Jerry. Rose Ross is here. Hi, Rose. Stephanie, you had me at Scotch eggs and whiskey. Helen, oh, Helen Springthorpe. She lives in, where do you live, Helen? I know it's in the UK, but I can't remember if it's near London or somewhere else.
Oh no, she can judge us.
She can judge us. Okay, so if people like Virginia or Rose or anybody would be so kind as to share this video with your friends, so we can have more people watching, that would be awesome. I love you all. We are having fun. I'm a little behind the game ball. And to turn the heat on, if you need to, you just slide it that way, if you haven't already figured that out.
All right.
So Hallee she'll even grind her own wheat. Yes, her own flour. Hallee makes everything from scratch, which I think is awesome. And there's a reason why you do that.
I do.
And it's all about nutrition and what you're putting into your body and all sorts of really nifty things. But she has a wheat supplier, and she has a miller. Is that what it's called?
A grain mill.
A grain mill.
Yep.
So she can grind her own wheat.
Yep.
And make that. And I've had her cooking for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
She made Shelley Turner and I corned beef and cabbage. And I tell you what, oh, I'd never had it before. I know, I've lived a sheltered life. But I had never had corned beef and cabbage before, and it was, it was really, really, really delicious. And Deborah Bowling, if you're watching, I did use the word delicious and not yummy. She's always on me. Mom, you're a grown woman. You shouldn't say yummy.
Yes, but sometimes yummy is the word that works.
Exactly. Is this good?
That's good. Dump it in there. All right, so we have meat cooking. I have put dried mustard in it, salt and pepper, and now we're putting in a whole onion. And we're just going to brown it and let the onion start to get a little soft. And I'm going to put in some chives.
Which, those were hard to come by, people, believe it or not.
Well, probably because it was March.
Yeah. But my husband, he's on a mission for us. God love him. He's out getting some Glenfiddich.
Yes, Glenfiddich.
Glenfiddich and some Chablis. We need Chablis.
For the Scotch eggs.
For the Scotch eggs.
All right, so while this is cooking, we're going to make some paste.
Do you need a lid for it? You want a lid on it? Tap it. Oh, okay. Hi, honey.
Here comes the liquor run.
You know, in our town, honest to God, there's a cab company. Oh, yeah. Is that Chablis? That's Chablis. That's perfect. You're awesome. There's a cab company you can call in the next town over. Hi, I love you.
And you didn't have the other kind either. So.
Ah, this is it. This is the Glenmorangie. That's it. Perfect.
Thank you.
Oh,
It's Christmas for Susie.
And that's the 15th.
That's the. Oh. You spent some money today. That's not expected. We won't talk.
Discuss that.
We won't discuss that in public.
I am going to, I was in the middle of, I don't have the Facebook app, so I couldn't go live on my page. I'm about to.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I do have the Pages Manager. Can I do
Oh,
it
yeah,
there?
I think
And
you
I
can.
put it
Yes,
on
you
this,
can.
right?
Yeah, if you want to, it'll fit. Now, the only thing I don't like, I love my knives, I do, but the only thing I don't like about them is that you have to hand wash and hand dry them. And only when, at times like this, is it a pain in the rear end.
All right, I need a bowl to make pastry.
Okay, I keep bowls down here, plus I have, how big do you want, Penny? So this one works.
Perfect.
Oh, Reese's my drug stash. Yes, I do usually wander around in circles when I'm in my kitchen going, where did I put that?
Okay, here,
Where is
look.
that? Hi, everybody.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's not. There it is.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Hallee Bridgeman, and I'm here with Suzan Tisdale in her beautiful kitchen, and we're cooking
We're cooking
Scottish food today.
Yes, we've got meat pies, Scotch eggs, and a couple of desserts.
So I'm going to figure out how to put this on a stand.
No, that's whiskey.
They're all whiskey.
Well, there's
Well-
Scotch, there's bourbon, there's whiskey, but this one,
This is
okay.
single malt Scotch.
All right.
Okay, this one I have to say, this one, Grant's, was a gift to me by
Oh.
Barbara Massabrook. And I can't open that until my office is done.
Gotcha.
And that's
Okay.
what I'm christening my office with.
So we're live on Hallee Bridgeman and on Suzan Tisdale now. And I was telling Susan's page fans that about a year ago I was at Susan's house while they were constructing this brand new kitchen, and
You had to walk through.
had to walk through plastic sheeting even to get into the room.
But that was an upgrade because for a year you couldn't get in here unless you climbed the ladder on the outside of the house.
And I had joked that I should come and Hallee the homemaker should come and do video blogs in her kitchen, and so
And that's what we're
here
doing.
we are.
So you want measuring cups?
I need measuring cups. I'm going to figure this kitchen out before
You
I
will.
leave.
Do you need measuring spoons? I have
Yes, I
extras. Okay.
And I need ice water.
Ice water. So I am Hallie's sous chef today. I am. I'm the go get this and do that girl.
So like I told Susan's people, because Susan writes Scottish historicals, we're making Scottish recipes today. And the first order of business are meat pies.
Susan, I do have bag ice downstairs.
Oh, we don't need a bag ice.
How much ice water do you need?
Just enough to make the pastry, just to keep the butter cold. Is all.
See, okay, my mother is going to roll in her grave, and so is my grandmother, because I have never made a pie crust from scratch.
What?
Never.
Then you're learning today.
I'm learning today. I usually buy frozen pie crust.
Susan.
I know.
Well, I didn't grind the flour today, so we're
Okay.
both compromising. So I'm putting like 2 teaspoons of salt in the pie crust,
Okay.
and then 2/3 of a cup of butter.
You got that? You need a knife? Knives. Like a butter knife, will that work?
That'll work. So I need another stick.
I'm the sous chef. How are the boys, by the way?
They're good. It's April Fool's Day, so I'm sure that my husband Greg is having a blast today. And I thought to myself, for the first time ever, separated from my family, I'm kind of glad I'm not home
Yeah, no kidding.
with a bunch of boys on Saturday on April Fool's Day.
No kidding. Well, I'm sure the teachers are real glad that April Fool's fell on the weekend
Right.
this year. Because now, do you need the meat like finely, or do you want chunks?
It's fine with chunks.
Okay. And I have more. Are you gonna need a rolling pin?
Yes. Do you have a rolling pin?
Yay! I haven't only used it once, and that was for sugar cookies.
I didn't even know we had one.
Yes.
This marble too, that's perfect.
See,
mine is a green
This
marble.
thing is, I don't know how old. It was my grandma, I'm gonna cry. It was my grandma Lily's. And I got it when she passed away.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and I've used it twice. Once was for Play-Doh with my little girls. when my
That's
girls were little.
awesome.
And then I used it this past Christmas to make sugar cookies with my grandkids. So yes, I have this huge new big kitchen. Ask me what the first meal I cooked in here was.
I'm going to guess it's hamburger helper.
It was hamburger helper. Now ask me why.
Because that's what your husband wanted.
That's what my husband and my son wanted. They're like, we just really want some hamburger helper. And I'm like, oh, God. So, yeah, I made them some hamburger helper. I'm looking at comments. Okay. Thank you. Irish coffee sounds good about now. You know what it does. And I had some Baileys. Lori's here. Hi, Lori. Kenny's here. Oh, Kenny had to teach me how to chop an onion. That's not true. You just had to teach me how to do it the right way. Kenny is my oldest son, and he's a chef.
Okay.
And oh, my stars.
Then he should be here today.
I think, well, he's got the granddaughters.
Okay.
So he's got his little girls today. Let's see. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Aunt Jerry. I love you. Let's see. Helen is still here. Stephanie. I'm trying to. Oh, it's going in reverse. Hi, Anya. Oh, Virginia Smith says hi, Kevin and Michael.
All right, so I'm making pastry now.
You know, I can remember watching my mom and my grandma do this, and there's one thing.
Like...
Oh my gosh, yeah, just like except they used lard.
No lard.
Yeah, real lard.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I don't eat pork.
Yes,
I follow a biblical diet.
Yes, I don't eat pork, and it's not because I follow a biblical diet. It's because I don't like it. I like turkey bacon. I like turkey sausage. I just don't like pork. Now, the only time of the year I make an exception to that rule is at Christmas time when I make my mother's hot ham salad. You can't make it with anything else but ham. You just can't. And it's not hot as in temperature hot. It's spicy. It's got Louisiana hot sauce and jalapeno peppers and mayo from a jar. Not the kind you know.
We're making mayonnaise today.
I know, and I've never done that before. I'm like, I got hummus in the fridge. Right? See, this is a lesson in exact polar opposites. Because Hallee doesn't say dirty words. You don't. She's a good girl. And why she wants to be my friend, I don't know. I think she just feels sorry for me, or she's trying to save me from myself. I don't know. But I do know that in times of need, like when Malaya was born, my granddaughter, the warrior princess, Hallee was actually one of the first people I called. Because I knew if anybody had a direct line to God, it's Hallee. So I'm like, we need some prayers. And boy, did they pull through. She really did. And that baby was just blanketed in prayer. I know. But she was, like Hallee said, blanketed in prayer. She really was. And she's doing so well now. Okay, so I hurt my knee the other day. Of course, I've had issues with my knee for several weeks. Actually, for a year now. So a little more than several weeks. So I found out I don't have to have surgery. So I'm in physical therapy. In here. So I have a cane. I'm not happy about having to have a cane. And people ask me what I did, and I tell them it was, 6 shots of tequila and trying to relive my youth in the front seat of a 2015 Expedition with my husband.
And those are all the details.
And those are all the details you ever need. So the other day, my granddaughter was here yesterday, and Emily's got her in her walker because Emily's trying to help me clean. And I'm telling you what, I was in so much pain yesterday. It was so bad. It was really bad. I mean, the kind of pain where you're crying.
Yeah.
So little boy is here, and she wants this cane. She wants it so bad. And she would grab it. It was like a, death grip. She chased me around this island, 10, 15 times trying to get that cane. It was sweet. But the warrior princess is doing really, really well. She's just, she says mum, mum, mum now. Aww. When you tell her to, say mum, mum. She goes mum, 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 mum. So she's just really sweet.
I had a little preemie too.
Yes, you did. He was as early as Malaya, wasn't he? Like 3 months?
He was 10 weeks early.
10 weeks early?
He was 3 pounds, so he beat her by a pound.
He beat her by, Yep, she was 2 pounds, 11 and a half ounces.
Scott was 3'5".
3'5", so, yeah. But I just adore Scott. He's my boy. He is just a sweetie pie. And I was so excited today. So last winter, I bought some, what are these called? Biscuit cutters. And these come from Pampered Chef.
Yep.
And we just opened them for the first time today.
All right, so what we're doing is we made pie crusts, and now we are making basically the
pies.
The pies, yeah.
And the oven's ready whenever you are.
Okay. And
gosh, this brings back so many memories watching my mom and my grandma do this.
so
My mom was a good cook. What do we
on
do
here,
next?
and it's fine that the onion was on there. That's not a big
Okay.
deal because I'm putting the pie in it,
Oh, okay.
the meat filling. So it doesn't matter that there's going to be some,
Onion, some cross contamination.
well, not contamination.
I know.
flavor.
I'm just being silly.
All right. So there's our pies.
I have a hoohickey. That's my fancy term for whatever that is.
All right. So we're going to put some of the filling,
Ooh, isn't that hot?
probably.
Hallie, do you want a spoon, like a tablespoon? Would that be better? Or a scooper?
No, this is good. Now,
You're a better woman than I. What about a fork?
take a fork and crimp that down. You can stretch it and do what you need to do with it.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it in here.
So you can use a spoon if you want. So,
So
yeah,
like this?
Yeah, you're just sealing it.
Okay.
You just want to seal the meat in there. And I'm going to use the bigger cutter.
Well, this is the first, folks. If you're watching, I have never ever done this before in my life. I made a pie once. Should I tell you about my first attempt at a pumpkin pie?
Tell me.
Okay. It was Thanksgiving. It was a couple years before my mother died. And we're at her house for Thanksgiving. And I make these pies could have gone on the cover of Better Homes and Garden magazine. They were beautiful.
Your mom's pies?
No, I made them.
Oh, cool.
I made pies almost from scratch. You know, I opened a can of pumpkin and did all that stuff. So, I'm just eating a spoon because I'm not as brave as you. So anyway, I make these beautiful pumpkin pies, and they were gorgeous. And after dinner, I served the pies to the family. We were all sitting in the living room. Now my husband, God love him, he's like, oh, he's a good man. He really is. He didn't say a word. He just politely put the pie down and didn't take another bite. Now I know pumpkin pie is his most favorite pie on this planet. Michael is wolfing it down only because it is drowned in whipped cream. Now my daughters, God love them, are not as kind as my husband. They're like, Mom, what the hell did you do with these pies? I'm like, what are you talking about? Mom, this is awful. I'm like, what? And I took a bite, and it was horrible. I didn't realize at the time that I needed readers. So I was looking that I needed readers, cheetah readers, reading glasses.
Reading glasses.
So I made these pies almost following the recipe on the can of the pumpkin. And I forgot to add the sugar.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it was bad. It was really bad.
Now every year I go to my son's school with my grain mill and my food processor, and I bring whole pumpkins and
Okay, and I used to love her, but this is getting ridiculous.
And I show her in their classes how to make pumpkin pie completely from scratch with
I can have that pan. I can put it over here. So you make like everything is from
scratch.
scratch.
Like I cook the pumpkin and I grind the spices.
I'm sorry, there's just something wrong with that.
And it's the best pie you'll ever have.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Am I doing this okay?
Well, see how there it's not quite sealed.
So can I do that?
Yeah.
Or do I have to use the
You're
fork?
just sealing it
Okay,
so that
just
the
sealing
juices don't.
And the fork
out.
just makes it look pretty, right?
Well, it pushes it and squeezes it through the.
Okay.
You could do it, but you could pinch them, and it would do the same thing.
Oh, like. Okay, Hallie, I love your faith and belief in me. but I think it's a little misplaced.
I am correcting you.
You are.
At least I'm
and
not
in a very sweet way. My mother would be going, dummy, that's not how you do it. Go all the way and let me just do it. My mother was a very good cook. Seriously. Oh, my stars, this woman could cook. You give her a potato and an onion and she could feed like 12 people. But she would never let me in her kitchen when I was growing up. And I know why, because she was working, and I think I was 13, and I was trying to be nice. And I thought, well, I'll go ahead and make dinner for Mom when she gets home from work. So I make this beautiful dinner, and she comes home. She would tell the story so much better than I'm going to tell it. But she walks in the door, and my dad and brothers go, thank God you're home. We're starved. And she's like, what are you talking about? Look at this dinner on the table. It looks delicious. She picks up the spoon. She goes, look at this gravy. And I said, that's not the gravy, that's the potatoes. Well, what's this? Okay, I made gravy in a cast iron skillet. We had to, I kid you not, we had to throw that skillet away because you couldn't get it out no matter how much you soaked it. It was bad. But I was only like 13 or 14. And yeah, it didn't go over real well. So I have gotten better over the years. I think I have. I make a really mean hamburger helper for these guys. But I do like to try different things. It's not always easy when you have picky eaters in the house, though.
That's true. I would not want to cook for picky eaters. I'm blessed that everyone in my family does food well.
Well, here's the thing. My girls would eat anything growing up. Anything. They were really, really good eaters. But I think it had a lot to do with us being poor when they were growing up. And when I say I added 2 cans of water to a can of chicken soup to make it last longer, I'm not joking. That was the truth. So it's one of those, beggars don't get to be choosers type of things. Yeah. So, but they're still really good. They'll try lots of things. Like Debbie loves sushi. I told her, where we're from, that's called bait, darling.
I made sushi for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
And what did you do? Vegetarian or?
I did cucumber avocado.
Ooh, see, that I would eat. I just don't like raw tuna. I had it once in Maui. That was after I married my husband because prior to Kevin, a trip to Maui was nothing more than a pipe dream. Yeah, me, absolutely terrified of water. I can't swim. Deathly afraid of water. So where does he take us for our honeymoon? Maui. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, doesn't that make sense? And then I didn't know I was seasick because I'd never been on a boat bigger than a John boat, the Mississippi River. So he gets us out on this yacht for all day. That was a mistake because I got a little sick.
We went to Maui, my husband and I, recently. We went in October. And worked on audiobooks almost the whole time we were there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, what part of, were you in Maui? Did
Maui.
you stay in Lahaina or? Lahaina is beautiful.
I have no
If you
idea.
ever get a chance to go to Maui,
We
you gotta
did.
go to Lahaina.
We did fly
That's
to the Big Island and go to Pearl Harbor.
See, we didn't get to do that. I would have liked that. Why am I just suck at this, Hallie. I do. Did I think Grandma used to take like water around the edge and then she would put the top on? I don't know. I'll let you fix it. Okay, if this turns out bad, it's all my fault. It's not Hallie's fault because she has an inept person helping her. I mean, I can eventually figure it out. See, you're so good. You
All right,
are.
so these have an egg wash.
And that's just an egg beat up, right?
Just an egg
You don't
beat up.
add water to it or anything?
Nope, you could if you
Okay.
wanted to, but you don't need to. All right, so these are going in the oven for like 20 minutes, and we're going to pause on the live and reset for the next dish.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see you in a few minutes. And then you just hit